Mr. Nightwalk Nightmare Fuel, the story of Edward Mordake and the Devil Twin. Early in the 19th century, a boy was born into a very wealthy family in England. He was called Edward Mordake. Edward wasn't like other boys. He was homeschooled and by all accounts was an exceptional student. He was also very talented, being able to play multiple musical instruments. He was also apparently a very good poet. Edward could also speak multiple languages. As a child, he was reportedly happy. That's until he hit his teenage years where he stayed in complete isolation, not even seeing his family. This is because Edward and his family was trying to hide a terrifying secret. Behind his long black hair, a second face was attached to the back of his cranium. The face of a creepy old woman. It had all the normal features of a face but looked sinister. The face was apparently blind, but her eyes would follow you around the room, looking at you menacingly, making you feel uneasy and uncomfortable to the point where you couldn't be behind him and have her looking at you. The mouth would move and dribble, but was unable to speak, just murmur. Edward would say the face talks to him at night and she never sleeps, calling it the Devil Twin. Edward would say, all she talks about is hell and our return to the underworld, telling him to commit crimes, or telling him to harm himself, eventually telling him to kill people. Edward pleaded with loads of different doctors from around the country, asking them to remove the Devil Twin. Fortunately, no doctor would take on the challenge, saying it's too risky and dangerous. The face had made a major impact towards Edward's mental health. Edward was repeatedly saying, I can't sleep, I can't get away from her evil voice. I just want it all to stop. It's hard not to give in to her evil demands when that's all I hear on a loop. Please make her stop. Edward one night had enough of the Devil Twin's evil demands and tried to suffocate her with a wet cloth. She bit Edward's hand and let out a hideous sound, absolutely terrifying him. Edward felt defeated and believed he had only one option left. He wrote a letter explaining why he'd done this to himself and to please carry out his wishes. Edward Mordake poisoned himself to escape his Devil Twin. He was only 23 years old. In his suicide letter that was addressed to his parents, he had wishes for them to carry out. Please remove this devil face from my head. I can't have her follow me to my grave and continue talking to me. She can go anywhere else, just not in my grave. Please now grant my wishes as it's no longer risky. Sorry, but this was the only way. Looks like she finally gets what she wanted. When Edward's body was discovered, the woman's face reportedly had a massive creepy smile on it. The face was finally removed and burned, hoping that Edward could now finally rest in peace and get away from his evil twin sister. The Devil Twin. Drop a follow and happy nightmares.